This is Bo and I'm Dennis, and welcome to Luke252. Hey, we want to thank you for listening in again, and we also want to thank you for those who have come to our workout last night. We had a great workout. I tell you what, them tries and abs were about to die, Bo. It was good.
Yep, excellent time of fitness and relationship. So if you can come out on Monday nights, we always have something for you.
Yes.
Looking for you.
Well, Bo, you want to kind of talk about the 911?
Yeah, well, today is 9/11, and as you know, as a nation, we reflect back on 2001, where 3,000 plus people lost their lives, including firefighters and emergency response personnel. 4 passenger planes were hijacked, and 2 of those, were flown into the Twin Towers, which collapsed, and 1 was flown into the Pentagon. Well, the 4th plane, the passengers knew what was probably going to happen. So they took it back and they ended up crashing it into a field. But they saved a lot of lives, and they're heroes. The bottom line is, in that reflection is, you should think about how easy your life can change and how quick your life can change, and how the things that you believe in, or the things that you depend on, or the things that you count on can change in an instance. And that's what we're going to be talking about today.
That's right, and we're going to be looking at the family, and Bo and I are both passionate about the family. We've both been married, like we said, a couple of times, both over 30 years now.
We hadn't been married a couple times, but we've said we've been married over 30 years a couple times.
But that's right, yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay.
But just want to get that straight.
That's good, yeah, we'll get that straight.
But one thing we want to kind of mention here today is this. We're going to talk about don't idolize anything, but worship God only. And you're going, man, how does that affect the family? Well, let me tell you what, it makes a huge difference in, I know, my family and also Bo's. And so really we got to take a look and say, hey, what is an idol? And an idol is anything that takes your focus off of God and puts it on something else. There's different things, Bo. There could be houses,
Yeah, houses for sure.
And also cars, trucks, hobbies, and even positions, But there's so many different idols. But there's 3 things that we want to kind of bring out real quick here today is this. Idols will disappoint you.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like the hamburger you talked about.
Yeah, when I'm standing in line at, I'll just say, any restaurant, and you look at the menu on the display, man, that hamburger looks awesome. You can see the lettuce, tomato, all the ingredients. It looks huge.
Yeah.
But then when you get it in the package and it's smashed and you dig it out of the bag and the cheese is stuck to the bag and you're like, is this really what I ordered?
Disappointment.
There you go.
All right, and then that's the same thing with an idol. There's that huge disappointment. But the second thing is an idol will dominate you.
Yeah.
Sometimes even our work can be our idol. And how many times have we put in the hours and the effort and how it drains you and, just leaves you pretty much empty. So look at that. But also an idol will deform you. And what I mean by that is this. It will change you. It will change your heart. And then it'll begin to affect every area of your life. So we have to be aware of those idols and kind of keep it, under control there. But the second thing we want to mention today is this, is to worship God only. That's the second part of it. Worship is this, man, it's our highest devotion. It's our highest form of love. And God really deserves our best. But you say, why worship? Well, listen to this. Man, worship will delight you. I know in Psalms 37:7 it says, man, God will delight you. In other words, we talked about this in our workout last night, was this. I delight in a steak and a potato. Okay,
Yes.
I say it like that. Man, I love to sit down with a good, juicy steak and a potato covered with butter and have that Texas toast right there. Man, I take my time. I don't rush through it, Mo. I just take my time and to enjoy it, and I cut it real slow. I put it in my mouth real slow, and almost like I wish this would never end.
Yeah.
And that's the same way we are to delight in God. To take that time to enjoy it, to just make it want to last forever. So you know what? Worship, man, it will delight you. It will deliver you. There's freedom when it comes into worship. When you come in the audience of one, and that is into the presence of the Creator. And have you ever tried to live your life, Bo? What you think? Trying to please people?
Yeah,
How hard is that?
It's pretty tiring.
Yeah.
You never please everybody.
Yeah. And no matter how hard you try, you cannot do it.
No.
So it will delight you, it will deliver you. Worship will also develop you. In other words, man, when you spend time in worship, and especially as a family, man, you become more like God. And really, that's our whole goal with Luke 252, is for us to become like Christ, to become that total package. And worship has a way of doing that. So here today in all this, we just want to say, you know what? Put God first in your family. It will pay huge dividends.
Well, Dennis, in the end, all of those idols, whether it be your home or your job, your family, your spouse, all of those things can be taken away from you in just an instance, even your health. But for sure, your relationship with God, you'll be left with your relationship with God in the end. So every day, you should pray that you get one more chance just to live and to love and to do the things that really inspire and you really love.
Yeah. So in the end, man, take your eyes off that little burger and place them on God. Hey, Luke252.net. We'll see y'all next week.